Good morning. This is, well, it's late August. We bought this Sunray Sport 109e a few months ago, about maybe 3-4 months ago. We've been on a few camping trips, had a couple of things, a couple of mishaps, nothing real major, but overall we are very happy with it. And I just wanted to go over, everyone does modifications on their campers, and I just wanted to go over like what we've done to ours. I'll do a walk around, and then I'll explain everything that we've done. So this is the back, side, and the other side. So let's start in the front here. Okay, so we got it with the rack on the front here. It's really designed to put like an all-terrain vehicle or even a golf cart on here. It can hold it to 1,000 pounds. So what we did was, because we don't have either of those and have no desire to get one, we mounted the spare tire that would normally have been located there underneath, which is difficult to get. Let's just say if you're on the side of the road or if it's raining, whatever the case is, you know, the less effort you have to put into changing it, the better. So I mounted it here. Not a big deal. Up here, I put a Fastway flip extension on the jack. So this way I've decreased, you know, about 8-10 inches. Plus it flips up when you raise it and it goes up out of the way. It's a more secure footing than, say, the wheel there, or just the single little round 4-inch disc that goes at the bottom of the jack there. Up here, I also added, that I found on, I think it was on Amazon, or it might have even been eBay, bike racks. So what I did was I just inverted one on one side as opposed to the other. Tires go in there, and then I added 2 eye hooks in the middle there for the tie downs that go through the cross member of the frame, and the bikes don't move an inch. They literally stay right in place, no problems at all. Then we added this box from Tractor Supply. Now this is a pretty deep box here. Of course, it's just about as long as the front of the camper, and we have a camp toilet, so for boondocking, that'll fit right in here. Along with all other supplies, plastic box, we have lights and miscellaneous stuff. Our Lego blocks for leveling, you know, just the normal stuff. I'll also put in here a impact gun, cordless, so we can raise our leveling jacks on all 4 corners. Moving along to the side here, I also picked up this with advice from a few people online. It's a small trailer. It doesn't weigh much. In fact, it's less than 2,000 pounds. So if you really want to take it, you could. But this kind of deters them, especially if we're not at the campsite and this is just sitting out in the open. I think this helps quite a bit. We have a camp shower on the outside. Now this hose pulls out to like 6 feet. And we picked up this DFG off-road outdoor camp shower / changing tent. So it does come out quite a bit. And what I did was, because there's no place to put the shower nozzle when you're showering, so I went ahead and just took a piece of aluminum, or actually it's like a real thin piece of steel that I had left over from my racing days, and took the shower holder that goes inside that box there. It just snaps off. Attach it to this. Now we hook this over the rail And the shower nozzle can sit right up in there. We're good to go. That is a lifesaver when it comes to showering outside. So now in the back, on the door itself that flips up, I wanted to show you up here. We took the backup camera and I installed it on this camper. It does not come pre-wired for one. It's a small camper, but I do feel that because when you are backing this camper up, it's very twitchy. It's not like a long race car hauler or a long camper that you may have had in the past. So it does twitch on us, and that helps. I can get like within a foot from hitting something on either side. It's like a panoramic view. So basically, it's like a 180-degree view of behind us. So in the back here, obviously I put in a touch light and paper towel holder, which is nice. It's out of the way when it folds up. And then we put in this touch mirror for my wife and I, you know, when we come back here to brush our teeth or whatever. What I did was I purchased some heavy-duty magnets off Amazon, and I just put the magnets inside the mirror and then put the base plate on the wall, and bam. We don't leave it here when we travel. It's a little heavy for that, but it will not come off when we're sitting here and doing what we need to do. So I did wire the backup camera to this light socket because the cord was not long enough to reach one of the lights down here or any wire in the back here without ripping it all apart. So saving myself the headache of all of that, I just brought it through here and ran it to this light. So I just installed another touch light here. No big deal. This light back here is more than enough, honestly. So we put in this little spinner thing here for like our cooking utensils, spatula, tongs, that kind of stuff. A little spice rack that comes on and off that gets stowed away when we travel. This was kind of nice. Doing it one-handed is a little difficult, but anyway. So, you know, the whole 9 yards, the water pump and hot water heater, 2-burner cook stove back here. So I found this at Walmart, and we saw somebody on the internet who did the same thing, and all they did was literally took the legs and bent them in, and voila, you can fit that right over the sink. And in fact, we use that, we leave it right there when we travel. It doesn't go anywhere. And then I found this on Walmart. It was pretty, Amazon. It's pretty nice. It's a wine bottle holder with the 2 glasses. I think my wife likes that. And what we did was, when we went to pick up this camper, we saw these really cool wine glasses. I would have had these out earlier if I knew I was going to do this. And basically it's a wine glass in a tumbler. So if I can get this out, the tumbler comes out and it's got like a sippy cup top on there, and we just put those right there while we're camping. We have 2 of them. So whatever your poison is, whatever your pleasure, we have those. So we have plenty of room, and this making a mess here. Nothing ever goes right when you're trying to film something live. So we just put those up here. I'll fix all that later. We're pretty much done camping for the season. So my wife hurt her leg. She may have an ACL tear, so we're done for the season. So I'm getting ready to close this thing down. I figured I'd do the video because I haven't seen many 109e videos. In fact, I haven't seen any after the fact. Just from the sales lots. So if anybody has one of these and they've done their review or even changed anything inside or outside of their camper, I'd like to see it. So please post it. As you can see, we put in our own sticky backsplash that we found at Home Depot. They're a little costly, you know, but my wife didn't want to go all the way up with it. And after doing it, I kind of agree with her. We do most of our cooking on our Blackstone outside of the camper, or we bought like this Robert Irvine charcoal grill that we use as well. So we have both. We have a real small charcoal grill and the Blackstone. It's a 17-inch, and you know, if we don't feel like doing any of that, sometimes we bring the air fryer with us and we're good. And then this we use to, I mean, we don't, nobody wants the smell of bacon and that kind of stuff, or the splatter all over the place. I mean, it's not a glamping situation, but it's a nice camping situation. So again, more Amazon shopping. I found this bottle opener there. So all I did was I literally took the handle, as you can see the hole right here, and moved the handle down so that I could fasten the bar for the towels, and then put the bottle opener right below it. And it's all the same shade. I kind of did good on that. So in here's more storage underneath the sink. I bought this utensil box right here, and to keep all of our utensils in here. For boondocking, it's mostly plastic, so we can just dispose of them and save the water. And it's a nice tote underneath there, pretty decent size. Now, when I was talking about some hiccups that we've had since we bought it, one of them was this refrigerator. So when we got down to Virginia, the refrigerator screws had popped out and it was completely out from its frame. Now, what I did was I contacted the company where we bought it from, or the sales lot, and they said, bring it in when you get back and we'll fix it. Well, all they did was screw the screws back in, and then we went to Gettysburg, you know, 2 weeks after that, and when we got to Gettysburg, they were out again. So I kind of had it, and I called them and told them it happened again, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to have to contact the manufacturer and find out what they want us to do from here, because we've done all that we're allowed to do, so we don't void your warranty. I appreciated that. So when I came home, I found some lag bolts that are about 3 inches long, and I drove them in, and it hasn't come out since. So I'm not going to complain anymore. If there's some sort of a recall or whatever, then we'll follow up with that. And I took these mats that you put like in a toolbox. I had plenty left over. Stuck them in the fridge because all the cans are moving around and everything, and this doesn't allow that. So I actually formed them and cut them on the sides. My next step was going to take some zip ties, some real thin ones, some tiny ones, and just maybe put 1 or 2 on each side so that this doesn't move at all. Bottom one I'm not worried about. That's really not going to go anywhere. And the drawer is the same thing. It's got a nice little freezer inside here, you know, if you haven't seen any of these videos. So it's gas electric, and we have never run this off gas. The microwave, it's a good size, it's a decent size. It does have a turntable. We take that out when we travel, of course. That's that. So please, if you guys have done anything with your camper, or if you're looking to get one of these, just know that if you like the outdoor aspect of it, of cooking outdoors and everything, this is what we wanted, and we got exactly what we wanted. So the back, I have one complaint with this door, and I'm sure you can see it right here. The door kind of bows in the middle, and I'm guessing that's because of the strut that's located right here is allowing this door to flex. And if you can see when I push on it, it does move a little bit. No water has gotten inside. I'm not worried about that. It's mostly on the left side of the camper. But anyway, that's the back. Of course, we have some decals where we've been. Now, I installed some brackets on the back of this license plate because you get this flimsy piece of plastic underneath the light here. So I took some aluminum and I drilled from the bottom up. This is steel, and I actually bolted it to the frame underneath, and the bracket goes all the way down. So this license plate, it's not going anywhere. The only other issue I had was, you can see it right here, this leveling jack if I had the plate straight, it was always hitting it. But I bought this silicone license plate wrap, and it allows the license plate to stay rigid and also bent to its current state, and it looks kind of nice. Oh, one other thing. When we got this camper, our first trip, when we went down to Virginia, down to Williamsburg, half hour into the trip, we lost trailer brake. So when we got it home, along with the refrigerator, we told them that the trailer brake, because we have a new Ford F-150 2021, so the intelligent computer system told us that we lost it and it wasn't functioning. So it turns out that there was a wire, and they're all exposed. You probably can't see it, but they're all exposed underneath there. I even crawled up underneath there, zip tied them in places because they were just hanging everywhere. But anyway, continuing on with the video, I picked up this little sign for our campsite. Pretty neat. It does come with this awning that expands, that goes across the entire side of the camper. It's a manual awning. It is not automatic, but it does the job. Of course, you have 2 outside speakers. I've heard people complaining about these speakers, that they're not loud enough, and trust me, they are. They are. I mean, if you're looking to rattle the cages of everyone around you and trying to outdo them with music and with bass, then that's a problem. But it'll aggravate some people at any hour of the day or night. They're loud. Wheel chocks, I've had these since I was racing, and we used them for our race car trailer, and they're big enough, they're heavy enough, they're not going anywhere. So the other annoyance is the screen door. It has its own latch that goes on to the main door, and technically both of these doors, as you can see right here, they're supposed to open at the same time. So when I pull this latch, listen, and you can see the screen door is not releasing, and it's not opening up with this door, the main door. Now, if I'm wrong, and if that's exactly how it's supposed to work, then I apologize. But I don't see it that way. So, inside, we do have a folding step with this model. Goes right underneath the camper. We have a 10,000 BTU furnace, so as small as this camper is, there's no problem with staying warm. You also have a carbon monoxide detector down here. That's never gone off, thank God. You do have to duck when you come in. So this type of bench, it's like a Murphy bed. So the bottom pulls out and it comes all the way out to here, a little underneath the lip of this cabinet right here. And it sleeps 2 adults absolutely comfortably. And on top of that, our little Chihuahua puppy sleeps with us too. So inside here, I picked up these magnetic, like, car mounts for your cell phone. We have them in our vehicles, and they've proven to be very worthy. And so I put them in here and just installed this USB hub right here. So our watches are the Google watches, Samsung watches. So we put those chargers here in this little cabinet, and turn some lights on in here, and that's that. So we just plug it in down there when we're traveling. We have one cord that goes up. I use these 3M clips to hold it in. Doesn't make any mark on the wall. And then we picked up this home. It sticks to the wall. We have the remote control for the TV in here. You can hang your hat, whatever else. My cell phone could go in there if it needs to, but usually I'll move this and I'll put my Bud Light seltzer in there, or a bottle of water over here. Put the keys over there, mounted those. I took the fire extinguisher, which was mounted right down here at the bottom, easily in the way of kicking it or whatever the case is. I just didn't think that it was the best place. So Sunray, if you guys are looking at this video, or if it's presented to you, I find that that's probably the best place right there, and it's easily accessible. That's just my opinion. So you have your other electronics in here, the air conditioner, which, oh my gosh, totally works, absolutely works. One of the issues, okay, Sunray, again, if you're listening, the filter is on this side. I did realize that it's flexible and it will come out, okay? But it's a pain in the balls. That's a problem. So I guess that wasn't a thought out process when this was installed. And not only that, I know it's a small camper and you can manually do whatever you want to do with the air conditioner. In my opinion, I've seen new videos of the newer models. This is the 2021 or 2022. But the newer ones, I guess after this one was built, have remote controls. Smart TV, that was a must. And we mounted it back here, of course, just like everything else. This, it came with the cables to plug into the TV. Now they come with the HDMI cord, which is the way it should have been done to begin with. So you have two USB outlets over here next to the thermostat. And again, I had an extension, a USB extension. So I just did the same thing, 3M hooks, put them over the ceiling, connected it to my wife's charger, which is located over here. So she's got plenty of room for her cord. So this, as you can see, there's a screen back here, and it has, or a screen, a blackout screen, and it has this molding thing on the top. Well, on the other side of this wonderful camper, there's one here too. And you can only imagine that when you're sleeping, because we sleep with our heads up here because the TV's down here, which makes a lot of sense. Every time we lay down, we bang our heads, okay? It comes out quite a bit. And it's about close to 3 inches. Now, take into effect that, or into consideration that this is angled, or it's curved. Now, it came out 3 inches. Everyone's hitting their head. So I just took it out. We have it. We can put it back in if we decide to trade this in or not. That's up to us later in time. So there's 2 lights in here. They're push lights, you know. We only have one because they're really bright. You have the 2 speakers in here, like I was saying. It's more than enough. It's loud enough. It's a Bluetooth radio, so you can connect with your phone, play your music. There's an HDMI port here too, so if you have another electronic device you want to plug into it, or the TV, if you want to plug in the TV directly to this, because there is no HDMI cord going to the back of the TV from the ceiling. They only had those wire plugs. I don't even know what they're called. They're ancient anyway. I just shoved them up into the roof. I'm never going to use them. In fact, I may at one point install an HDMI cable, but I don't think I'm ever going to do it, but if I do want to, that's what I'll do. Down here, your light switches, okay, inside, and this one's for outside. Around the door, there is a amber light. I'll show you that in a second. I think that's pretty much it inside here. That's access to the back of the fridge, which I did take apart to see if the refrigerator was mounted to the trailer, which it is not. It is only mounted to the frame. Take note of that. That's important. A lot of people that I've followed on YouTube are saying the same thing. You know, it's important to have the fridge mounted, but it's not. So this fan, it's a fantastic fan. Works fantastic. So we just open that up, hit the button. It's pretty quiet. So this is, it only pulls air. It doesn't force air in, okay? So I can already feel the breeze coming from the door in. And the window that has the folding blackout screen right here is also an emergency escape window. So this does open, so I could pop this, open the window, and there's some more breeze, a cross breeze coming in, so that's nice as well. Whenever we go camping, we're really not using it, the AC, because it's been hot this summer, so that may be another day. I don't have to wait and see. Cooler it gets, the better it gets. So, okay, so stepping out again, watch your head. So that amber light is right here. I'll hit the button on the inside for you, so hey, you can see that. So this sign that we picked up, all I did was I took some electrical wire and heat shrunk the back and just put a hook on it, and we can stick it up here. I kind of put it where usually we'll hang this from our canopy when we're out. You got your two plugs outside here. I mean, honestly, this thing has everything that we wanted. So you also have a Wi-Fi booster on top, so don't let that go. It's very simple. When you get to a campsite, you whatever Wi-Fi signal they have, you log into it, and we have great cell phone service. Usually wherever we go we have Verizon, but that does help, especially with the TV being a smart TV, so the Wi-Fi does help with that, so we'll connect with that, and it does help. So we have never had an issue pulling this thing. You can't even tell you're pulling it. Again, our truck it's the new 21 F-150. It does have sway control. The towing capacity on this is almost 11,000 pounds because of the gearing that we have in it. Other than that, with the leaf spring, I mean, this thing is beautiful. We have not had any towing issues. It doesn't sway out. I mean, it's the same. The camper's the same width as the truck, basically. So wherever the truck goes with the mirrors out, I know if I can fit with the truck with the mirrors out, this camper's fitting anywhere. Backing it up is simple. Oh, I forgot to mention, because this shower is too small and there was no bar that went across, no aluminum bar, all I did was went to Lowe's actually, and I picked up this angled piece of steel, 2 of them, and mounted them to each post, and then I attached the shower to the post, and it's not going anywhere. Saved a lot of money on buying a 6-foot piece of aluminum, just to let you guys out there know. So as you can see, that awning has the aluminum built into it, and as hard as I looked, I couldn't find any online. And if I did find a few, but they were pricey. They were a couple $100 easy. These 2 pieces of steel, which came in 6-foot lengths, were $24 each. So you do the math. The hardware came to like about $2.70 from Tractor Supply. And then I got those 2 brackets that are on the back of the outside shower itself. The 2 of them, I believe, together collectively were like less than $5. And they're steel. Okay. I guess the last thing was inside here we just have all of our, it's locked, but inside here we have all of our electrical wiring and our water hoses. That's it. You have your fresh water connection, your city water connection, cable TV. So I did forget to mention, but you probably know with this model that there is no holding tank for gray water or black water because there's no toilet. We just hook a regular garden hose and we run it to the nearest like trench. And if we do not have that option, we have a smaller hose that we have a 5-gallon bucket. So when the water hits that level, or whatever, from washing dishes or our hands or brushing our teeth or whatever, we will go ahead and just dump it at the nearest location that's from the camper and not near anybody else. I mean, if we're watering the plants, it's not a big deal, especially right now in this time. So, again, I'll post this video soon on my YouTube channel. And if anybody has any questions or suggestions, I'm all down for that. Show me what you've done to yours. If it's not a 109e, I mean, it's still going to be a Sunray. Ours is the sport model, which is like an off-road package, the lifted tires, which we find is perfect with our truck because it's lifted. So they line perfectly. The only thing I did was the hitch in the back. I think it's on there right now. Yeah, all I did was I flipped it upside down. That's it. That's all I did. And reversed the ball on it. That's a solid piece of steel there. So that's not going to bend or anything. So we're good to go. All right. That's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I look forward to your comments and suggestions. Thank you very much. God bless.